In the far north of the world, where cold winds wander and time seems to slow, there lies a sea woven from ancient tales. The Baltic Sea stretches out beneath low silver skies. Here, every wave whispers secrets. Every ripple remembers. The sun is faint, a pale coin drifting behind clouds. Its light scatters across the water, turning it to glass. Along the coasts, forests of pine and birch stand silent, watching the sea's slow dance. Their roots drink from the same waters that cradle stories older than memory. Below the surface, shadows glide. The world here is cool, blue, and full of mystery. It feels sacred, untouched, as if the sea itself is alive, a living legend, breathing in the hush between storms. In this place, time moves differently. The water holds memories of ice, of ships lost, of ancient people who sang to the waves. And now, something new drifts through its depths, something heavy, something silent. If you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the Baltic Sea, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking nature documentaries. Join us as we explore the wonders of our world together. There are places in the Baltic where life grows thin. These are the dead zones. Vast hidden realms where oxygen vanishes and silence reigns. They form like bruises, spreading as the sea struggles to breathe. It begins above, with rivers carrying whispers from the land, fertilizers, waste, and hope. As the water warms and blooms, algae lift their green faces to the sun. But when they die, they fall like rain, feeding invisible fires in the deep. Beneath, the oxygen is consumed. Darkness thickens. Here, the dead zones stretch cold fingers, suffocating all but the hardiest creatures. Fins slow. Gills ache. The sea holds its breath. The boundaries of these dead zones shift, growing and shrinking with seasons and storms. They are places of mystery and fear, where life and death entwine in a silent, ancient waltz. Yet even here, some creatures endure. Small silverfish flicker along the edges, darting through brief pockets of life. They are careful, tracing invisible lines between safety and the suffocating dark. Jellyfish drift with ghostly grace, their bells pulsing gently. They thrive where others falter, feeding on what remains. Their bodies glow faintly, lanterns in the gloom. They are the dancers of this new world, moving to a different rhythm. Seabirds wheel and dive above, their cries sharp against the hush. They skim the surface, searching for life, sometimes finding, often failing. Their wings beat out a steady hope against the uncertainty below. Between these creatures, an unspoken understanding grows. They know the rules have changed, but still, they move, breathe, and hunt, each moment a quiet defiance of fate. In the twilight waters, a cod glides slowly, its body lean from hunger. It searches for cleaner tides, for a whisper of oxygen. Once, cod ruled these depths in great swirling shoals. Now, each breath is a victory. A flounder burrows into the silt, hiding from predators and poison alike. Its eyes watch the world above, wary and wise. Nearby, a shrimp scuttles, antennae twitching, seeking food in the thin mud. Every movement is careful, every beat of its heart a risk. Along a sunken log, clusters of mussels cling tightly. Their shells are streaked with green and brown, their lives bound to the fate of the water. They filter what they can, but the sea offers less each year. Here, survival is a slow, persistent story. Each creature writes its chapter in silence, shaped by hunger, hope, and the need to endure. Sometimes, the sea is so quiet that it feels like the world is holding its breath. Down in the dead zones, sound is swallowed by water thick with decay. Bubbles rise, slow and languid, breaking the hush for just a moment. The color here is different. Blue, yes, but tinged with brown and grey. Light barely reaches these depths. What does arrive glows cold and faint, like moonlight on stone. The water feels heavier, pressing against skin and scale. Above, the wind carries the cries of gulls, but below, silence reigns. It is a strange, powerful quiet. It presses in, filling every space between the living and the lost. Even the heart seems to beat more softly here. In this silence, stories drift of what was and what might be. The dead zones are not only places of loss, they are thresholds where the old world and the new touch for a moment. Deeper still, the water grows cold and thick. The heart of the dead zone is a realm untouched by air or sun. Here, even the bravest creatures fear to wander. It is a cathedral of absence, beautiful and terrible. Sulfur rises in pale threads from the mud. The silt is soft, almost liquid. Strange bacteria bloom, painting the world in ghostly colors, white, yellow, and green. They are artists of decay, thriving where others cannot. A lone jellyfish drifts past, trailing long, transparent arms. It moves with purpose, yet not with joy. Around it, nothing stirs. The silence here is deeper than sleep, more ancient than sorrow. In this place, the sea seems to remember every loss. And yet, life persists, even in the stillness, even in the dark. Above the dead zones, the sunlight glimmers, hesitant and thin. It dances on the backs of herring and sprats, creatures that once filled the sea with silver storms. Now their numbers have thinned. The dance is slower, quieter. A seabird dives, breaks the surface, and rises empty-beaked. It wheels in the air, calling to its kin. The fish are fewer now, and the search grows longer, each meal hard-won. On the shore, the scent of decay drifts in on the wind. Algae blooms wash up, green and gold, beautiful but deadly. They stain the sand and linger in memory, reminders of the balance broken. Yet in every loss, there is still beauty. A flash of silver, a moment of flight. The quiet persistence of life refusing to disappear. The Baltic holds its breath. For a heartbeat, the world seems to pause. Storms gather on the horizon, winds shift, and the water stirs. Change is coming, slow but certain. A young seal slips through the shallows, its eyes wide and curious. It hunts, twisting through the weeds, feeling the tremor of new life and old danger. Above, clouds part, and a shaft of sunlight falls, golden and bright, cutting through the gloom. In the depths, the oxygen returns, just a little, just enough. For a moment, fish gather, drawn by hope and hunger. The sea remembers its strength, its wild, ancient pulse. Suspended between loss and renewal, the Baltic waits. Every heart, every fin, every feather is poised for what comes next. As the sun sets, the sea glows with soft twilight colors, lavender and blue, touched by gold. The air is cool, and the world is quiet once more. But in the hush, there is hope. People gather on the shore, watching, learning, remembering. They plant reeds, clean rivers, and dream of a sea restored. Their efforts are small, but the sea listens. It responds in ripples and waves, in the slow return of life. The Baltic Sea is ancient, but its story is not finished. Even in its darkest hours, it breathes, endures, and sings. Its song is one of struggle, of loss, and of hope. A song for all who listen and all who care. Let us remember the Baltic, not only for its silence, but for its promise. For in every wave, there is a chance to begin again.